Before I get started with this rather disturbing story, let me give a shout out to LOM in Discord for sending me this wild ass story you about to hear. So in this picture, you see a priest by the name of Father Francesco Spagnesi, who has been placed under house arrest. He's a Catholic priest, and he was arrested for stealing church funds to pay for drug-fueled orgies. And I can pretty much guess who was at them parties. It says a Roman Catholic priest has been arrested under suspicion of stealing over $117,000 in church funds to buy drugs for his academy sex parties. Francesco Spagnesi, age 40, a highly regarded priest from Prato, Italy, has been placed under house arrest while police interviewed 200 people who are said to have attended his lavish parties over the past 2 years. He was caught after police were tipped off that his roommate had imported a litter of the date rape drug GHB from the Netherlands. The two men are alleged to have used online dating sites to invite guests to their home, where drugs were used and sold. In the raid on Spagnesi's apartment, police found bottles that had allegedly been adapted for smoking crack cocaine. Spagnesi is a former medical student who dropped out to join the priesthood at the age of 26, reportedly saying he found a fullness and a joy in making myself available to others. What a choice of words. Suspicions were raised when a parish accountant discovered that Spagnesi had withdrawn more than $100,000 from the parish's bank account. This activity prompted the local bishop to step in and end the priest's access to funds, which police believe he was using to buy drugs. When Spagnesi was no longer able to withdraw money from the church's account, he allegedly began taking money from the collection plate and soliciting money directly from parishioners who were told he was raising money for low-income families. So listen to that. This guy dropped out of school at the age 26 to join the priesthood, only to rob them to fund this wild lifestyle of his. And when they cut him off, he then started stealing money from the people to continue funding these lavish quote unquote parties. This guy is nothing more than a sick ass crook. Local newspaper La Nazione, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly or not, reports that parishioners had great faith in their young, brilliant, all-involving and refined priest, but have now begun legal action to reclaim their money. At least 2 lawsuits for fraud have reached the prosecutor's office, the publication said. According to Milanese daily Carrera della Sera, Spagnesi blamed a quote-unquote cocaine vortex for his actions and also disclosed that he is HIV positive. I don't recognize myself anymore. The cocaine vortex has swallowed me. Oh, get the fuck out of here. He said tearfully before lawyers. The drug made me betray my parishioners. It made me tell lies. It made me take actions that I am ashamed of. Now I'm HIV positive. You know what that is? So he said a cocaine vortex. I've never heard of that before. A cocaine vortex. He's blaming it on a cocaine vortex for why he is the way that he is. And now he's mentioning that he's HIV positive so he can try to garner sympathy. You would not get no sympathy from me. You stole my money to fund your little whatevers. And then you think that you talking about you being addicted to cocaine and you being HIV positive is going to somehow mysteriously and magically make me feel bad for you. No, you stole from me and then lied and said it was going to one thing when it was going to something else. He promised to return the money and sell everything he owns, even his house, to repay the parishioners. I ask everyone for forgiveness. I hope they don't forgive him. I hope they do not forgive. This guy took that hundreds of thousands of dollars, not only from the church, but from the people, to fund his academy parties and to fund him buying drugs. The only thing I was waiting to hear from this was that he was messing with little boys, because you know. If you know, you know. But this guy is a sick freak. But not only is he a sick freak, but he's very untrustworthy. Like, take away everything that he did, for what he did it for. It's the fact that he stole a lot of money. not only from the place in which he works, but also from the people that trusted him. That's exactly why I could not go. Like, I'll tell people the only time you will catch me in a church nowadays is for weddings and funerals. Because at least I know with those two things, I don't have to pass a collection plate around. And if I do give money, I know who it's going to. It's going to either the bride or the groom or to the family of the deceased. But mainly, preferably, if it's a person who was a spouse to that deceased or the parent of the deceased. Other than that, do you really know where your money is going? Like, this guy is insane. And tried to blame it on a cocaine vortex. I need someone to please help me out down in the comments. Have you ever heard of a cocaine vortex before? That's a new one. And this happened in Italy, by the way. This didn't happen in the States. Not saying that it couldn't happen in the States, because it definitely could. But this happened in Italy. And they only gave him house arrest. He needs real jail time for this. Like some serious jail time. Those are some serious crimes that he committed. Theft is one of them. Possession of illegal drugs. And a host of and gang of other offenses. I won't be surprised if there's more to this story. Because this right here, even on the surface, is bad enough. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments. One last thing, I just realized they say he's a Roman Catholic priest. So him having them parties and them orgies and stuff like that, he's literally acting out, and well, not even acting out, he's being for real. He's literally displaying what those paintings depict over there in them Roman museums of them, fornicating and overlapping on top of each other. Like, he's literally acting that out for real. So it should really surprise no one that he's doing this. And considering where he's at and the source material.